Hiya girls, we are Barney and Lukey and we are the hot young visionaries behind Truffle Pig Wigs.
And this is Cliffhangers, the unofficial, unrequested and unhinged RuPaul's Drag Race recap show.
The views and opinions expressed on Cliffhangers are from a couple of women who just love drag and have zero real business judging it. If you are not a fan of red-hot acidic critique, turn back now.
He's once, twice, 3 times as shady, it's Barney.
Oh, and she's my angel, my bestie, someone who would unplug my life support machine to charge her phone. It is Miss Lucretia LaBumba.
I wouldn't give it a second thought.
No. Comedy
is
is mispronouncing people's names by just like one letter. It is the highest form of humour, in my opinion. How are you doing, Miss Lucretia?
I'm fine, Barney. First of all, I would like to give a shout out to Wit Wisdom for a lovely 5-star review, and you are also quite wonderful yourself. Thank you very
Wit
much.
Wisdom, lovely.
And she messaged us as well, just to say.
She did.
Hey, girl.
Remember, all 5-star reviews are read out and you get that tiny little glimpse of what it's like to be famous. Lukey, if you were robbed of the ability to talk and you could only...
A la Sea Witch.
Yeah. And you could only use one song to talk about, to lip sync what your week has been like, what would it be?
Mine would be SOS, also known as Same Old Situation by Motley Crue, because ain't a damn thing changed. I've just been wigging, watching Married at First Sight, which, sidebar, we need Thomas as a guest judge, season 5. And just watching horror films as it's Spooktober. Last week, in one day, I watched one where the baddies were creepy old people on a rampage, one where they were body snatching fungus, and one with Killer Weave.
Oh, love it. Love it. Just all to the soundtrack of them slow arthritic fingers clicking as we just work on one last wig. Unbearable.
That thing when you pick up a comb and there's one hair linking that comb to a pin, to a brush, to your cup of tea, and you pick up one thing and everything falls on the floor.
Or my favourite, when you've somehow got hairspray on your fingers or your arm, and then you move your arm and several combs are attached to your arm hair.
Yeah,
love that too.
That's great. And what would your song be then?
Luke's, my song would be Tired by Adele. Because let me tell you, for the past 3 weeks, I haven't had a single day off. I've just been working like an absolute racehorse. And I'm exhausted, as you can tell by my unbrushed hair.
Yes. Well, I'm going to give you a little shape up in a second.
My tired skin. But you know what? Beauty is pain. And as we enter...
it must be agony.
Yeah, we enter spooky season. And if you ain't working at spooky season... Tell the dolls, tell the divas what we're doing for Halloween. Maybe we'll see some of there.
I mean... Please give us a little... Stand 1 metre away from us until you get the nod of okay before coming up to us. But we will be at Mimi's in the brand new discotheque here in London's dazzling West End. I think it's around Tottenham Court Roady, Soho-y vibe.
Super fucking cute.
But yeah, my friend, celebrity hairdresser Tom Berry, went there and he said it's sick because obviously clubs are normally in like an old factory or just like they've repurposed a building, but this is like purpose made to be a club. We've got video walls.
Love.
It sounds sick. I'm going to be a kind of human butcher type thing. Really, really gross. I want to give you nightmares.
And I am going to be going as a cum pig.
Yes.
A grotty pig covered in cum. So there is that.
Truffle pig.
Ooh, no? Okay. But should we talk some drugs?
Let's do it.
Previously on RuPaul's Drag Race UK.
Wow, really trimming off my clips.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a real fucking hard cut.
I don't know why he keeps wanting to do this to me. Anyway, the honeys worked in pairs, creating complementary looks. Team Black, Dakota and Baby, won the challenge, leaving Dakota in the lead with 2 badges now. The bottom 2 teams were Team Green, Pepper and JB, and Team Gold, Coppertop and Cheddar Gorgeous. However, in never before scenes, the bottoms were split and Copper and Pepper fought it out in the lip sync. Sadly, it was Coppertop's time to bop straight to heaven to perform her new single Weirdo. Our good pal Ella Ride was there and had a lovely time. So
she did, didn't
it's
she?
not all bad.
No, it's not all bad. At least you know, however you do on the show, once you're out, you can have a couple of bookings at the Big H. Because they love the girls down there, don't they?
They do.
After this elimination, you know, obviously that this is a dedicated House of Pepper, but seeing that thatched monstrosity once again,
the wig,
oofed, let me say. That mint green thing, it was literally falling apart as she walked into the workroom, like hanging off both of their bodies. I thought, oh, you're brave, Mum, to have gone down the runway in that, and you're a fashion girly. Both of you are self-subscribed fashion girlies.
In the word of Steps, better best forgotten.
Truly. And I'm sure they peeled that off their body and burnt it.
I hope
dipped
so.
it in a vat of sulfuric acid.
Actually, I hope not, because that'd be very bad for the environment. Hopefully they repurposed it.
Yeah, put it in
Reuse.
trade on Kingston High Road.
Yeah, exactly.
As a bit of memorabilia. What is the... who was the serial killer that dipped them in vats of sulfuric acid?
I don't know.
Not John Wayne Gacy. No.
He's the clown.
Oh. Whoever it was. Oh, it was the one that everyone fancies, the new series. Dharma. Yeah, he did. So maybe they could have done that, just a la Dharma, thrown it in a big thing of acid.
How many Dharmas and how many HRH the Queens do you think we're going to see this Halloween?
Oh, fuck. Dharma is the shittest dress up ever. What, you just wear blonde curtains and bad glasses?
Pedo glasses.
Yeah, fucking gross. But I'd like to see the Queens. I'd like to see lots of garroted
Zombie.
Queens. Yeah. Zombie Nation. The corpse is still twitching with rigor mortis, and they can't even be bothered to remember the name of poor Miss Ginger Coppertop.
I'm going to blame it on the fact that Pepper was so humbled by being in the bottom that she didn't have her wits
She was
about her.
so overtaken with emotion, but the girl is barely out the door and you've already forgotten her name.
Haven't even wiped off her message yet.
I mean, I guess only some people are competing, you know?
Talking of the message,
Yeah.
she was basically like, lucky you don't have to face me in Snatch Game. Do we have any clues to who she will be on Snatch, or we just got to wait? Has she sort of
No,
given us
I mean, I guess we could find out. But no Sade to her, but I don't feel like we've seen on Drag Race her comedy chops. So that feels like a bit of an empty threat.
So one was runway, then one was girl group, then one was sewing. It's not really times to show the comedy.
She didn't really show her comedy chops in, ooh, let's rock. Rocking with me, Dave. Rocking in a frock. Oh, I am a queen. Truly, that's got to be the new I'm Roxy Andrews and I'm here to make it clear. I don't think anyone has ever done a verse that bad, ever. And
Isn't
I'm
it interesting
obsessed
how
with it.
People only call them frocks when they're stuck of something to rhyme with.
Yeah, isn't it interesting when, as if someone said that you had a frock on, that would be of the highest insult.
Yourself.
Yeah. Danny B's purple contour looked a bit mental from the side, if I'm honest. Looked like 2 strips of rug burn, like he'd been eating someone out after they'd just shaved their thighs.
Oof.
Yeah. It was... Do you know what I mean? It was like so high up and then so diagonal. It went from like the mouth, but then also from like the top of the eyebrow.
I have to say, I didn't notice it particularly.
You haven't really got an eye for detail though, have you, honey? It was so mental. And then I noticed that, who was she with? Old Pix. And then Pix...
what's her chops?
and then Pix had it too. I thought, the only thing worse than seeing this once is, unfortunately, seeing it twice.
Or wearing those green outfits.
I mean, weren't they purple?
I'm talking about jumpers and peps.
Well, I mean, listen, as I said last week, and I'll say it again, it weren't a week for looks.
No.
But here we go. Also, go on. Why are you throwing a little gay hand over at me?
I was going to be like, dare I press the next sound cue?
No, because I need to say, Jumper said, this was a fashion look, but it was just down to execution. So your argument for that it was bad was, it was like, the design was there, but we just couldn't make it on a design challenge. That can't be your argument. It's like, we actually designed it really well, but we just have zero skills in how to construct it at all. So
well, is it a design challenge or is it a construction challenge? Because there's plenty of designers that can't actually...
Truly, that's
whack it
okay.
up.
The textiles weren't textiling, if I'm honest, but I thought it's good to always have an answer.
More
isn't
like
it?
tech unstyles.
Yeah, I just thought it's nice to always have a rebuttal to absolutely everything.
Oh, it's the luck of the Irish. You got to.
And it's very fucking brave of Miss Mintu to be throwing out them nasty little names when she has Son's badge. It's like, wow, you are really. She's very cutting edge. I feel old.
It's the contour.
Old Smints, truly. But Luke's, hit that next button.
It's a brand new donkey day.
Oh my God. I've literally gone on and edited this again and it keeps clipping my things. I'm going to have to deal with my settings at another time. Why are you clipping
Your poor donkey day.
My poor
I love that
donkey
fucking
day.
sound as well. That's really going to keep on going with
Well,
us,
listen,
isn't
it's going to get shorter and shorter every week.
Yeah. But it's we still got the vibe. And then obviously we have Lady RuPaul, her video and her entrance. But at this point, it's just, I want to be getting onto the minigame. You got anything to say about RuPaul? Because I wasn't really feeling it.
I've just got something to say from before when she came in.
Okay.
I just think it's funny how Pixie can call Dakota a sleeping assassin right after she's literally just won 2 badges.
She's the only person
That's
with 2
what you would
badges.
say about someone who's done nothing, that they're sleeping. She's wide awake and she's beating your ass. So like, it's funny that people want to like put you down when you're at your highest, isn't it?
I kind of heard that more as like, she's so humble and so like, she's quite self-deprecative that it's more that she's like, oh my God, I just don't even know how I'm doing this, but she's winning everything. It's like, interesting. Very. It's more, the sleepiness of it is more maybe a ruse. I don't know, but I'm fucking into it, whatever it is.
She's here, she's queer, she's winning badges.
Get used to it, yeah. Then next up, we have the mini game, which now off the top of my head, I can't actually remember what it was.
It was musical chairs, also known as line of booty duty.
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was quite touched when Danny Beard said they didn't have loads of pals growing up.
Could you relate?
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. I was like an open can of puppy chow. And every single kid in that playground was sniffing around this dog food. No, I was... Oh
Is that a common phrase?
Or like flies on shit.
Okay, I can get that bit more.
It's actually from Will and Grace.
Oh.
Grace is like, when she's talking about dating, she's like, I was like an open can of puppy chow. Think about it. When I was younger, I was camp, I was loud, and I screamed all the time. I was basically like a cuddly toy. I was basically like a Disney character. I was the most popular girl in the playground, obviously.
Like Stitch.
Were you? Yeah, literally. Were you popular when you were younger?
Just a normal amount.
Normal amount.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just very sad because he's so funny, and then you think, wow, out of pressure really does grow diamonds.
All comedians are very deeply depressed.
Yeah.
I can imagine, Barney, you'd be a real nasty little bitch in musical chairs.
Well,
all just like elbows and like trying to like kick people's chairs out from under their feet.
It's really funny that you mentioned that because obviously I've just started my MA at drama school, and
Bit blop.
Zip zop bone.
That's the
yes,
one.
and in the first week we had to play musical chairs, and I was down to the last 2, but someone was even more vindictive and nasty than me.
Wow.
And really, they were really getting them fucking bony elbows in.
Must have been a tough pill to swallow.
I came second, and it was difficult. That was out of about 40 people. God. But what are your tactics for musical chairs? Did you love it when you were younger? Because I fucking loved it.
Well, not really. Well, that's the thing. As a Gemini, I'm very 2 halves. It's like if I was to play, I would be all elbows and trying to cheat.
Yeah.
But I can't be bothered to be running round.
True.
So it's like, what side's gonna prevail, the laziness or the nastiness? It's tough.
Often you just let both. Like let them ring true. Obviously, you just walk from one chair to the other. You're like, I'm at a chair, run, chair, run, chair. Not even.
But I don't want to do 4 runs.
Okay, fair. What was your favourite game at parties when you were younger, like at kids' parties?
Grandmother's Footsteps.
Oh,
well, obviously Pass the Parcel.
Love a bit of GF. Yeah, me too. That was my like number one. Pass the Parcel, because often that shit was rocking in Pass the Parcel. I remember getting some sick stuff in Pass the Parcel, like actual like toys and stuff. Love it.
Can we go to an adult party where they give you party bags? Because that was like one of the best things of going to a party.
Yes.
Cake, toys. Now
And
we put some D-rugs in it.
And what if someone had a party for like the 40th or whatever, you had a party and they did like Pass the Parcel, but it was like sick stuff in the Pass the Parcel? That'd be amazing.
I'm not paying for that. Who's paying for that?
Someone rich that we know? I don't
Thea.
know. Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's your birthday coming up, babe.
Yeah, come on. She does fucking love games as well.
She does.
She does. That tiny slip of a thing did not stand a chance against that reversing dump truck, did she, at the end, though?
No.
I thought, as if Pixie is about 6 times your width with all that padding.
Sheer mass alone.
And I thought, baby, it's not happening. It's not a good day for you.
But actually, speaking of baby and who we were just talking about, Sophia Brown.
Yeah.
In that little PVC outfit and that little mullety wig, I was like, that is what celebrity actress Sophia Brown wore to be a Vogue darling in Venice at dinner with Timothy Chalamet the other day. And I've got a picture to prove it.
Oh,
I
wow.
was just like,
the Rick Owens.
I just kept thinking, baby is Sophia.
Well, funny that she looks so much like Alexandra Burke, and it has been said but a few times that Sophia Brown, celebrity friend of the pod, Sophia Brown, is a doppelganger. But I would say that Alexandra Burke looks like her, not the other way around.
Yeah. Inspector Longbottom from the pit crew coming to judge. I was thinking initially I'd give him a 6.5 out of 10.
6.5?
But then,
Nasty.
I don't know if you caught him bogling in the background, and I thought, we're taking that to an 8.5. My guy's been to Carney, hasn't he?
I love him. He's so fit. That's all I've got to say about it. I didn't notice the bogle, but...
It was a very quick cut. Okay. I had another doppelganger alert as well.
We need a sound for doppelganger alert.
We do.
A doppelganger.
I'll just use this for now.
Yeah.
Pixie Polite giving me a real mixture of Madame LeQueer and Mimi I'm First in that pussycat situation. 120%.
Not a two-way I'd want to be caught in personally. As we will find out later when she serves ethereal beauty.
Wowzers.
Yeah. I actually had to message her afterwards, but like, you looked stunning this week.
I'd find that annoying though. So it's like, wow, none of these people thought I could be a pretty girl. Inundated with the compliments.
I mean...
When RuPaul was like, I've seen her tape and she didn't look like that before.
But also, remember them tapes are like 18 months old. Like, let a fucking bitch live. Like, ugh.
So yeah, Pixie wins the mini challenge and RuPaul reveals that the main challenge is Catty Man, a new talk show hosted by Alan Parr, and it's an improv challenge with family reunions and cat scratch fever.
Ear Lukes. Tell the girls about your online poll.
Well, they're going to hear about it later on.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't tell them then.
Because you've probably read from the title of this podcast, we have a very special guest interview.
We do. We do have a
we mention it in that. So I'll let that speak for itself.
Question. Why was Black Pepper so salty? She was like, duh. Why?
What
I feel like
bit?
she had, in this bit when they were put into the groups, she had a weird energy about this because, first of all, what group would you want to have been in?
The best group.
Yeah.
Cheddar
obviously.
and Danny.
But then,
And
like,
Pixie.
when she was like, I think she was like, don't pick me or something. I can't remember exactly what she said. Maybe I should write better notes. But she seemed a bit salty in this group selection bit. And then she was like, obviously, I want to be with them girls. Like, duh. It was
About
just like,
who? Who does she want to be with?
she wanted to be with Sminty and whoever else they were with.
Weird that she hasn't learned her mistake from going for the pretty girls on a performance challenge.
Think, wouldn't you?
Huh.
But, I mean...
So whose team would you be in?
100%. I would have clung to Danny Beard for
Same.
fucking life.
Yeah.
I would have already said to him before, like, any comedy challenge, like, please, can we go together? I know I ain't funny. I know I ain't got nothing to bring, but...
Or just like any life
help a girl
experience,
out.
can we
help
go
a
together?
fucking bitch out, you know? I would never, if I had to choose the groups, I would never fucking do tactical groups. It's too risky.
Yeah, well...
Too much for pussy.
In the workroom, the girls are discussing the pairings, and it turns out Pixie's not that polite after all,
Wow.
is she? So would you put all the people you thought would be the worst in one group together, or would you spread them out?
I would spread them out.
You would?
100%. I would have never, if I was choosing groups, I would never have put Danny... Well, to be honest, I didn't know whether Pixie and Cheddar would be great.
I thought Cheddar would be. I hadn't seen much of Pixie's chops, but...
I didn't think they'd be bad, but I didn't know they would be great. Whereas like Danny Beard, obviously, I'd be like 100%. And then apart from that, I don't really know who I would think would be great.
Well, there was kind of like the mid team, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Of Dakota and the others who I've forgotten about.
Yeah.
So the teams are Curiosity Killed the Katrina, which is Pixie's team. Cat's Got My Tongue, Dakota's team. And The Catfish is Out of the Bag, Team J Blonde.
Yeah.
What story would you have wanted the most?
Ugh, Danny's. But then it's hard to tell because it's like, did they... First of all of these fucking scripts were so left field. Not scripts, but like the scenarios were
But like,
so left
on hearing
field.
the titles before knowing how they would turn out. Because I always thought the tongue one seemed so ridiculous.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that one. Is that
wouldn't?
one you would want?
Yeah. When they
I don't know. They're all they're all mental, and I feel like it's like if Danny had got any of them, would he have been fucking sick in them? Do you know what I mean? It's like it's how good you are at improv.
Yeah.
Yes and, bitch.
Yes, and
You know,
I
one
felt
thing.
very. Oh, can you stop emailing me? I can't turn off me sound either because we won't hear the sound bites. Very worrying to me that Sminty was like, "Well, I'm chaotic, so it should be fine at improv." Like that is the last improv I want to see. Someone just chaos.
Let me tell you, that is like the enemy of all improv. Just like someone coming in and being like, "And now there's a meteor coming." It's like, and the improv is done.
Yeah, very. When Michael Scott from The Office does improv, they'll just be like having a normal scene, and then he'll just walk on and be like, "I've got a gun."
yeah. We have to do this thing called 20-minute play, where you have 20 minutes, and you
got to do a play.
Yeah.
Wow.
The audience is so you're split between being performers and audience, but if you're in the audience, you have to narrate what's going on.
I thought that you have to heckle.
You have to narrate what's going on, and so
I really don't like it, Kath.
And it is so fucking funny. We've only done it we have to do it every week. We've only done it 3 times, but the teacher this week was like, everyone has to stop dying and there has to stop being zombies in it. So I don't know what the fuck it is, but he was like, every single time we do this, he was like, for the first 2 months, just there's this recurring thing of people like flesh-eating diseases and zombies. And he was like,
it's spooky
everyone dying. And he was like, what the fuck do you do when you've got a whole ensemble cast and everyone is dead? He was like, why do you never think this through?
No, we become vampires, we become zombies.
Well, that's where the zombie I come in. But should we talk Catty Man?
Let's do it.
Let's dive in.
I've got to say, Cheddar Gorgeous, doppelganger alert.
Oh.
Sigourney Beaver.
I
in
see
that
it.
big
I
hair.
see it.
And,
yeah. The hair system on Cheddar was absolutely insane. Yeah, a lot of bundles and a lot of different directions.
It's mad because, when you're used to seeing someone who doesn't wear hair or doesn't wear big hair in a big wig, you're like, oh my God, what is this beauty? It's drag.
Yeah. She is absolutely gorgeous, though. I'd love to see just one time. I know it's so basic and it's very.
Like her and
brutal.
Charity Case being pretty girls together.
I just love to see her one time, like real, like fucking vamp. It doesn't have to be like
maybe
pretty
like
girl.
Starlet does her.
Yeah, just like super, like because she's got insane bone structure and she just like so
bone struck her.
Oh,
I don't know.
Danny is just so fucking natural and brilliant on screen, and I love them.
Yeah, I just really felt like this scene had been written, but obviously not by the Drag Race writers, because then it would be much worse. This didn't seem improvised at all. Danny was so quick, like immediately with the teeth joke, like back and forth with Alan.
Yeah.
Cheddar and Pixie as well were great, but yeah, Danny, I think we can all agree, was the star of the show. That
whole character that she was doing, I recognised it. It was like really reminded me of something. Ugh. But I can't put my finger on it, and I was really hoping that I would think of it. Gum in the catnip really fucking leveled that bitch up with me. I thought, now
that's gonna really hurt.
There's a reformed party girl who knows how to cut a fucking rug. I just presume that because of Vivian, everyone is an ex-addict from Liverpool. At some point, because she's sober.
Onwards and upwards.
I've seen that she's sober, so it's like she must have been a K girl. Come on. Her and Viv just getting absolutely fucking spangled every Sunday morning.
Oh, I'd love to have a little time machine and just see the Viv.
Oh, I wish I had a time machine. Yeah, 100%.
Like plodding about.
Oh my God, absolutely. At the after party.
Maybe let's not reminisce on times that were her lowest times.
Yeah, I mean, ideally we wouldn't. But really,
great times.
We just want to be at an after party with you, honey.
Thoughts on Team Dakota? All I wrote here was just this coming for Danny Dyer's gig.
Truly. I was just going to say I loved Pixie's Katrina by way of Eartha Kitt's Catwoman and Miss Trunchbull.
Yeah.
The way she was talking was just absolutely unhinged, and I was very, very into it. Question. The wig reveal into the Little Miss Laundrette bob. Did you feel like that was... did you feel like you enjoyed that?
I didn't enjoy it. I didn't see it coming, which is always good with a wig reveal.
It is nice with a wig reveal. It's just that thing of like, don't reveal from one bad wig to another, you know?
But that was the whole point, that she was trying to be like, you think you're glam, but you're not. You're just like old Nora Batty with your saggy stockings and your...
Why are vibrators so fucking rank looking, like boiled Richmond sausages? Which leads me neatly on to say...
Well, I think just why are white penises like boiled Richmond sausages?
Really lit me in the eye when you said that. An undisclosed deep friend of the pod used to cook Irish coddle with Richmond sausages.
What the fuck is coddle?
Coddle is like an Irish stew, and it involved boiling Richmond sausages, and we used to call it uncut soup, because it was just like you'd like go into the kitchen.
Disgusting! I don't care for.
Oh,
Double Dave.
couple of things I don't want to give. There's you'd go into the kitchen. There was just like a big pot of just like bubbling, like just like the ends of sausages poking out. Was like this is Irish people really do have a lot to answer for when it comes to the cuisine world.
The vegetarian Richmond sausages are so gross. They're almost so porky that they make me feel sick.
That is so fucking weird that you say that, because every single motherfucker in Oxford, first of all, like everyone in my class is vegetarian, but
shout out Planet Earth. One time.
Every single motherfucker they're obsessed with how great the Richmond vegetarian sausages are.
They must be new veggies then, because they're
too meaty.
Yes, it made me feel really
But that's
gross.
great for people. Like, and it's so great if you create meat tasting things, because then it's like you can give them to your family and be like, you see, you couldn't even tell. Now stop eating meat. Another.
Go and get those lovely Vivera Greek kebab bits. That's what I say.
I love them. Love them. Another fluffy coat from Miss Schiff. How did you feel about? I feel like maybe she's worn a different one in every single episode now.
Maybe.
I love that for her.
Or maybe she's just Marge Simpsoning them with the Chanel suit.
Maybe she's just out the back Rit dyeing them. I wish she didn't corpse. I did find it funny, but I wish she didn't.
Just May said that. I've never heard this phrase before.
Corpsing?
Like breaking.
Break dance. No, corpsing is when you laugh on stage.
But they call it like
breaking.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's corpsing. Like it's and it was funny, and it's funny if she would just like sort of was like, and you can see, oh, she's gonna laugh maybe, but like to actually laugh a couple of times is not what you want to be doing ideally.
It's not, but I don't actually think it hurt her that much, because she was still the best in the scene, and when she was being funny, it was funny. I didn't really mind it.
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't really mind it, but I just really fucking
Stop sending her hate mail for corpsing.
Not sure that songwriting degree was worth the money it was printed on, to be honest.
Maybe not.
Maybe not, honey. Maybe not. Because she's really upset about this girl band challenge, but it's like I'm not seeing what I need from Baby at the moment.
Maybe. Oh wow. Maybe, baby.
Yeah.
If you concentrated, actually, am I going to say this? It sounds very cunty for someone who has no degree. But just like, why have you chosen to kind of speed rap / MC over a rock track? Maybe that was a problem.
Wow.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe the problem was the song in this challenge as well, because it weren't hitting for me.
Are we talking about last week still?
We're talking about both. We're talking about... I mean, I didn't love last week, but then when she sings in this challenge, it's like... Girly. I know it wasn't supposed to be great, but it weren't.
No.
You know? Question. Have you found love online?
I remember ages ago, I was on a Corn chat room.
Yeah.
Back in probably the early 2000s / late 90s.
So you were 4 years old?
Yeah, it's tough times. And I remember someone saying, like, should we have online sex?
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I don't understand how I make the avatar do that. How do you do that? And then literally 10 years later, I was like, oh, he wanted me to touch myself.
Oh.
That's the closest I've ever come.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say I found nothing but online love from the ages of about 12 to 16. No, 15.
Sorry, I tried to drink my tea, and you know when just like liquid fills the whole width of your whole mouth, I've got like dribble all over.
Love.
Sorry, please continue.
It was nice to watch. As a young queer person in Cambridge who had been run through by everyone in the surrounding riverons.
Cumbridge.
As a woman of ran through experience, you really turn to the internet to, especially being an alt girl, and MySpace was it. Vampire Fritz and MySpace was really at its height at that point. All of my boyfriends from the age of like 12 to 15, I met online. They'd be like, oh, you only live a mere 2 hours away. Let's go meet.
Mental.
And it was very weird. And love online was...
Did you meet all of them in real life?
Yeah, because that's what we did at the weekends. It was so... You would meet up...
Living for the weekend.
Because also, for the alt girls, anywhere... If they live 2 hours from London... Then you could just be like, let's meet in London at this gig. That's what we always used to do. And then you'd have one night of passion, realise that they're fucking ugly, they don't look like anything like their pictures, and then never speak to them again. That was kind of how my gig went. And I imagine theirs as well, actually.
Yep. Simpatico.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk. Sminty. Also, as well, were you a webcam girly when you were younger?
No.
Because let me tell you, I'm going to... Some undisclosed friends, but you know exactly who you are listening to this. Were real webcam girls. Also,
Grotty phallus.
Also, real
Lady Templey.
real fucking webcam girls, like real getting that leg up on the side of the desk and frigging themselves mental for
I had sex
undisclosed
on chat roulette, but you could only see
your tattoos.
No, it was just literally like puss bouncing on knob.
With undisclosed.
No, with
Not dead man.
Well, I can't think of anything to rhyme with this word. Snowy loans.
Oh my God! Me and Lukey are dick sisters with one of her ex-boyfriends, and it's.
You didn't have sex with him, though, did you?
No, thank fucking God. But
he's got a hog down there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But that was also a real when I was younger. Oh my God, on webcam, and also as well, like you didn't really have to do anything, which is fucking key.
So were they earning coin?
No. Just for like going on on chat rooms, meeting 50-year-old men, and then them being like, "Get your tits out and suck on your own nipples," and doing it. And that was their Friday night.
What do they get out of it?
They're frigging
attention.
They're frigging.
Can't you frig to young boys in the magazines?
Well, I mean, obviously, all of these 50-year-old men were pretending to be 15.
Right. Vaseline.
But I used to do it all the time as well, and just like sort of like. But I never really wanted to do anything because I was always really scared. So I just sort of like show like a cheek.
Just a bit of bass.
Great, yeah. Just so that like one testy just popped out the top of my waistband. Sminty. She just went post-verbal, just no words, just hard hairline.
Oh, it was tough, wasn't it?
It was tough to watch. But I also, it's never happened to me, but I've seen it happen to other people on stage when they're just like,
freeze.
Like, where the fuck are you? Like, what are you doing? Like, wake up.
I was really hoping she was going to object to the wedding. It's like, this is your chance now to come in and be like, I object to this.
She literally just didn't say anything. It was so confusing.
Yeah, bless her. Just literally sleeping with the lights on when they...
Truly.
Well,
I'm cheating with the lights on. That scene was so bizarre. All of it. Just very, very strange. I would have come off, if I was in that group, I would have come off and been like, I need to learn my words to this song because I'm going home.
Yeah. Did you think Jombers was wearing one of those vanity wigs, like your tomato soup one? I thought it looked exactly like that.
Really? What colour was it?
Like sandy blonde.
Mabes.
It had like this the side part and could have been a Hardy.
Really?
Those kind of curls.
Maybe she also wants to look like a buxom
wench.
Me and Lukey took some photos for the
cover of what you're listening to.
The cover of what you're listening to right now. And I bought this wig off Wigs by Vanity, which is actually a fucking great place to buy wigs. But just the styling that I did on it, just... It weren't really him, was it, Luke? Let's be real. And in it, and also, I just looked like a buxom wench in all of the photos. And that was after many hours of face tuning the photos.
And yeah, he's had to Photoshop out all of your chest hair, which I can imagine must have been a
chest
task.
Hair. At one point as well, I was like, maybe I'll could put some contoured boobs on it. And then it was like, too far. I'm just a mere shadow of the person I once was in that edited photo. But should we move on to Elimination Day?
Let's move on to Elimination Day. Danny Beard is absolutely made up with himself, isn't he?
The emotional growth of our beloved Danny Beard, learning the value of empathy and sisterhood.
Very nice. And I think in the friendship that's grown between him and him and Pixie is all very nice as well.
I really like that for them. I think that they are both... I'm really, really very, very warm and moist towards Pix as well. Really, I'm really liking their trajectory on the show.
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to, and this is a hard and fast rule.
I'm already thinking, you can't tell me to do shit.
You have to shave your head at some point to test what your head shape suits if you're a man. You have to. Like, you know, it's just like as soon as I started losing my hair, and it's like, well, thank God that you look so striking and gorge with a bald head. But you cannot just leave it up until you're like 40 and then it starts falling out. And it's then that not only do you lose your hair, but then you also realise, wow, I've got a fucking ugly head.
But otherwise, then you shave your head at a young age. You're like, fuck, this is ugly. And then as your hair goes, you're like, great, I'm just getting more and more towards the ugliness. And then... At least if you don't find out, you haven't got to stress about it for years.
But then you could start saving up and researching hair systems.
Or head Botox and filler.
Yeah. Oh my God, filler. Imagine you can just sort of get like the odd shape flattened out a bit.
Maybe.
Super cute. Probably not great to have so close to the brain, but I'm not a doctor.
No.
You know?
There was one like shot of Jombers scraping back the eyebrows, and I was like, who the fuck is that? I've taken a screenshot. It doesn't look like anyone. If anyone, it looks a bit like Pearl
Wow.
But I'll send it over to you.
By
It's
way of Miss Elephant
literally
Ride.
Mental. Yeah, couldn't believe it.
Wow.
After hearing about Dakota and her siblings using the curtains as hair, I don't even have to ask you twice. I bet you there, you know, when you take your jumper half off and you've got lovely thick red hair, or, you know, you get under the neck curtains and you're getting married, all of these fake hairs, the original wigs.
We've spoken about this before, surely, on the pod. But when I was younger, I had my mum cut up one of her silk nighties and I used to wear it around my head. Every single photo from like the age of like 3 to like 6 or something, I've got this silk nightie on top of my head, and I used to call it my girl hair.
Can you text her now and be like, Mum, send me a picture?
She's on holiday, isn't she? So but she might have one,
fucking
actually.
holiday.
She might have one.
She probably brought an album with her in the holiday van.
She might have one, to be honest. But let's
in the meantime, can you tell me about some of your wackiest hairstyles that you've ever had?
Oh, baby, you want disgusting hairstyles?
Actually, only tell us about ones that you can back up with photo evidence for the listeners.
Okay, so I went through when I was like about 13, I went through a long phase of having a bleach blonde mohawk on top, but then like a long black mullet out back. That also, at one point I was I had long black hair but had both sides shaved and would dye them purple, green. I've had so many, also at one point when I first started growing my hair out, I would stick in with like Bond glue, just like different extensions, black extensions. And then also as well, I once cut some white and pink hair out of like a plastic Smithy's wig and made it into extensions, in a very inverted commas, and just stuck them to my head. And I just had like black hair with like pink Smithy's plastic nylon hair coming out.
It was a different time though, wasn't it?
It was a fucking different time. I also at one point had like baby blue and dark blue like striped extensions.
Is this honestly, in the raw days?
It was in the raw days. And then obviously I've had adult life, had every single fucking colour. Green, pink, purple, blue.
Yeah, we get it, all the colours.
All the colours. You know the colours. What would you say is the most iconic, and you can't say the swirl because that is obviously the most iconic Lucretia La Boomba hair time, but what is another wacky hairstyle you've had?
Not really many wacky ones, to be honest.
Even in the new Metler days?
No, I just had my hair down. So once I put it in twists with Dax wax, and that took about 3 months to wash out.
Oh yeah, that was another one that I did. I would put my hair in tiny little plastic bands. What are they called? Hairbands.
Rubber
tiny
bands.
little rubber bands. Oh, I just spat on the mic. That's cute for you.
Spitting on the mic like a bitch.
I just sectioned it into tiny little squares and then used wax to spike it all up so I looked like Hellraiser, but also like a toilet brush.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine was more like trying to be like Monkey from Korn, but without having actual dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I've had full hair in singles, obviously. And then taken
Where did you get it done?
No, literally like me and my friends just doing it.
Yeah.
And then you come out, you got the biggest hair in the world, the original Crimp Queen. I've had like the side and the back shaved at the same time. So there's my ponytail is like 4 strands.
Side and the back shaved.
Like undercut and then like the side as well. So I've only basically got
that is
centre.
fucking rowdy.
And that was in burlesque times as well. It was very annoying. And Tom Berry shaved a heart undercut in me that we dyed red with had my black hair.
Cute.
And that was about it, really.
It's fucking cute though, all of them. I mean, obviously, absolutely disgusting. And looking back now, my favourite thing about when I like went so extreme with my hair was like it was never clean. Like I wasn't like worried about like the condition of it or like how nice it looked. It was like I would dye my hair these like mental colours and then it would just be a messy fucking mop on my head. It's like, wow, if you're going to really bring that much attention to your head, maybe you should think about styling it.
Well, it's so much harder to style when it's all sleek and shiny. It's annoying.
Yeah, true.
Black Pepper mentions that her workroom/confessionals hair is a wig. I have to say, I was wondering, how's she getting that in a bloody wig cap? And I can't believe I didn't even think, oh, maybe it's a wig.
It does say a lot about you and the company that you run.
Maybe. Well, you were like, oh, she's wearing a wig.
Yeah, 100%. That thing. 100%. Because there's no way that you would... first of all, it's not blown out. It's not like it's like texturized or whatever. So there's no way that she'd be able to get it under a wig cap without having to... Like,
but had you like thought of all this before and been like, based on this assessment, she must be wearing a wig?
No, I had just... as soon as I saw it, I presumed it was a wig. Because there's no way that... you would have to be in corn modes the whole time. Like, you have to be able to get your wigs flat. Or at least like that hair is just. How would she be able to go from that to
Well, that's
getting
what I
wigs on?
wondered, yeah.
Well, there we are.
Yeah.
And then should we have a little break?
Hang on, my phone
Okay.
doesn't want to. Have I got anything else to say? Just very interesting to me how so many people have these emotional stories tied to hair. I've got no emotions to my hair.
I know that's because we've destroyed it so much.
Maybe they hate us.
And also, as well, we're lucky to still have it, you know? Both of us. You can go bald at any time.
Maybe.
But let's have a little break. Ooh, funky time.
This is the main event.
Are you ready?
Let Truffle Pig Wigs help you reach your goal. Bigger, bigger, we will back home it. Log on and let your credit card lose control.
That's right. It's time to get into the groove and head over to www.trufflepigwigs.co.uk, where you're always the main event.
Well, without further delay, let's welcome Just Man.
Hi.
Welcome to
How are my favourite piggies?
Oh, we're just so proud watching you on the telly. That one episode was very exciting.
Sorry, I had 22 and a half minutes of celebrity fame and I'm making the most of it.
If you could see Lukey wrapped up in a leopard print blanket and just May with sunglasses on at the moment and me like a pile of steaming shit on this Zoom, oh, you'd know why this is only an audio recording and not video.
Absolutely. Sorry, let me turn my WhatsApp off. How unprofessional.
I know.
You're a busy girl. She's booked and blessed.
I'm gonna send
It's so
something out to
busy.
Rachel.
It's just men sending me dick pics.
Yeah. Just from the cast. Them other
Yeah,
rotted
yeah.
men. Yeah.
Danny's, Jombers, all of them. Just dick pic after dick pic.
The question
Is
on
Cheddar's
everyone's...
engorged?
I was going to
Oh,
say,
God.
the question on everyone's lips is, does Cheddar stand up to their name? How cheesy is the dick?
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
can't. I wish I could say that this was Hangover, but no, I can't.
You know what you were getting yourself in for. Oh, Just May, how the fuck are you doing? Tell us about your last week. Tell us about your ascension to fame, success, and royalty.
I mean, you know, my 22 and a half minutes of TV fame has really paid off this week. I'm sitting here on a Saturday at an undisclosed time of the day
Yeah,
in some sunglasses because my eyes are like two piss holes in the snow.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not even to cover any kind of disgustingness. It's just that my eyes are piss holes. But you know,
The
just,
Attitude Awards.
yeah, just the Attitude Awards, being a celebrity there, walking the red carpet a number of times because every time we did it, another drag queen would show up and we'd have to have another picture with
Oh,
them.
God.
Like who? Who
you
were
know,
the
just-
stars? Who were the names? Who were the faces?
Names, I mean, H from Steps.
Woo!
I mean, I can't get him out of my DMs.
I bet you can't.
The Heartstopper kids, although I tried to, LaPhil wanted to go over and say hi, and I was like, I'm not going on a register to talk to these children.
But Yaz Finney, the fittest person in the world, right?
I don't know which one that is.
The gorgeous girl from it. I don't
I
know
don't know any of. I don't know their character names. I don't know their real names. I watched it, and I'm so bad when I'm watching TV. I'm like, you know, the blonde one. You know, that one who's standing at the left of the screen in that scene.
Isn't that the one Isabel was in? After
Yeah.
Isabel. She was the teacher. I haven't seen it. It sounded too heartwarming.
Was
for
there
me.
even a teacher?
Were either of you even watching it?
No, I watch most of my TV through Gogglebox because it's just easier to watch a week's worth of TV in an hour and have other people tell you what happened
Well,
than
that's what
it
we
is
do
to
with the
sit
pod.
down. Exactly.
I barely watch Drag Race at this point.
No, I'm barely there.
I've got a question for you.
Go on.
You
Hit me.
entered being the world premiere Geraldine Bernadette Estelle Halliwell impersonator, but upon leaving, do you think she is the world's premiere Just May impersonator? Who's been on more screens recently? Who's been on more screens 2022?
I mean, I do think she still had more screen time, but you know, I have been in Radio Times and
There you go.
Heat. I was in Heat magazine.
No, you weren't. Were you
Not the actual
Yes.
magazine. I don't think it's an actual magazine anymore.
Oh, I thought you were
I
being like a
thought you were
centre
saying
page
you
girl.
were in Heat magazine, and that's one for
Oh,
the bitches
I
down the
am.
stud farm.
Yeah. I am in Heat and sitting on magazines.
Yeah, love that for you.
Right. Now we know Geraldine BEH is your one and only, but we normally like to ask.
BEH. Wow.
But have you got any other drag inspo, like icons, fashion heroes, anything like that that have
God.
like helped the character?
The poor listeners just got me belching there.
Oh, good.
Do you know, I love camp. I'm all about camp. I want the campier the better. So, like, if we're talking drag, I'm going old school. I want, like, the Lily Savage. I want
Fucking
the
love Lily
Divine. I like, you know, I want it, like, old school camp. Like,
Shit
you're
eating.
throwing on a wig and just a boohoo dress and making the most of it. Or, you know, I mean, Lily back in the day, her looks were, like,
She was having some
they were
glamour.
built. Like, if you watch any of the old Lily Savage show clips on YouTube,
Yeah.
like, she's got, like, structured three-piece suits on, like, leopard print three-piece suits, and it's like...
A bitch can
yes,
dress.
bitch.
Yeah.
I remember her more dressed as like Dorian, Birds of a Feather, like
Yeah.
micro mini fishnets, the leopard top.
Yeah,
I don't remember any of this
100%.
structural.
That's another one that's like, yeah, this is complete... Like, anything from the 90s, like Dorian... God, what else was there? Like, Dot
Fab.
Cotton...
Pauline
Ab
Quirk.
Fab.
Wow.
Pauline
well,
Quirk in any of her work.
You know, if I would have got... I'm just swinging around a remote control.
Yeah.
If I would have got to, you know, the acting challenge, I would have been pulling out my lessons that I learnt at the Pauline Quirk School for Drama.
No, you fucking didn't. You're a Pauline Quirk girl.
Absolutely not. I just Googled it once.
Oh, well.
Iconic place, and I want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, what? I didn't realise it was a real thing. I thought you were
It's a
just
real
being
thing.
like-
This is why she doesn't do the Birds of a Feather remake, because she's like, I'm a serious drama teacher now.
She's got a whole franchise. They're all about the world. All about the world, girlies.
All about it. Like, do you know, look at EastEnders. There's probably about 10 people in that from the Pauline Quirk School of Acting.
From the Corleen Perk.
Pauline Quirk.
Do you, honestly, hard questions coming afoot. Do you think that Jerry's appearance on Drag Race affected her legacy?
Oh.
How
I mean,
pleased
she
were you
wasn't
with-
wearing white.
How pleased were you with her appearance on Drag Race after you'd waited for so long?
I thought that she actually came across, although she came across very spaced,
Yeah.
you know, space ghettos,
Space.
Space Skittles.
which doesn't sound Scottish for Spice Girls at all, Boo.
No,
I'm sorry.
not really. Not really.
I'm
love
not getting on
such-
All Stars now. I've just said that. Oh, God.
Oh no, what have you done?
What have I done? But I think that, you know, if she wouldn't have gone into the workroom after Something Left, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
I forgot about
It would have been a
that.
fine ending. But
If
it's the moment where she goes, there's not something wrong, there's something white. And it's like, she doesn't even say right, she says white. And it was like, oh, God.
Geraldine. If the Tory
You
comments...
can take the woman...
The Margaret Thatcher
you can
comments
take the
weren't
woman
enough.
out. I mean,
Honestly.
you know, I just, you know, maybe my alliance has changed.
I feel like you second-handedly have to apologise for her so much, because as soon as you're like, I am
No.
Geraldine, people are like, whoa.
No,
Tories.
because my answer to this now, and I did get spoken to by a publication who we won't mention. I got spoken to by a publication who we shan't name at the Attitude Awards, and they asked me, "Oh, what's it like with all the controversy around Jerry?" And I was like, "Look, I do a very succinct time of Geraldine Bernadette Estelle Halliwell's career from June 1996 until May the 31st, 1998. Anything post or pre that, you know, there might be an influence, but
It's none of my business.
Out of your hands, yeah.
Yeah.
That I'm washing my hands of that Tory legacy.
Do you have a drag mum? I can't believe I've never known this question.
No. No one
Terry
wants to
is the
adopt
drag
me.
mum.
Do you not?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're a child of Sink the Pink? Did you grow up at Sink the Pink?
No, I was doing drag before Sink the Pink.
Really?
Yeah. I went
In the sunny vales of Essex?
no, it was actually at university.
What uni did you go to?
Spill.
I went to an art school in Norwich.
Oh, home of Alan Partridge.
Studying what?
Fine art.
Oh, she's an artiste.
Not really.
No. Well, it's not.
Look, I have a degree. Is it worth anything? No. Did it get me on 22 minutes of reality TV? Yes.
Yes, it fucking did.
There you go. Bish, bash, bosh.
Isn't Bimini from Norfolk?
She is from Norfolk.
Did you know her back then?
No, but I did know her before, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Drag Race.
Yeah.
The Beast was released.
Yeah.
Truly.
She'd released some beasts, but not the main beast. That was still in the cave.
Back in the Alpro pouring days. That's what I always remember Bimini.
I poured the Outpro.
You of pouring fame.
I have done it. I once did it for the listeners. Bimini used to have a number where she started it with like this monologue about cows, and it was like from a comedy skit. And me and Georgie B, the legend, the icon that is Georgie B, regularly still to this point will just voice message each other going, "There's blood in my milk and there's pus in my milk," which was from Bimini's thing.
Oh, love her.
And yeah, she used to get someone to pour Alpro on her arse while she was shaking it. And as someone that absolutely hates all form of dairy, be it real dairy or vegan dairy, I literally had to walk off stage and stop myself from retching.
Yeah.
Yep, I can imagine.
I imagine she just went out afterwards as well, just with a fine...
I think she like a wet wipe and you're done.
A fine
At least it's not going to be going off though. Once me and my friend had a burlesque act where we like cream pied each other, and it took us until about 3
with actual cream, not the sexual cream pie.
No, yes. But yeah, we were just absolutely, our costumes were rotted, and then we realised we had to use shaving foam because otherwise you literally just grow in E. coli, like in between all your sequins and everything.
In between the folds. Me and Lukey were once at a festival where everyone was like, we were performing on stage and everyone was covering themselves in glitter, and this fucking maniac boy that we were with, we didn't really know him, we'd run out of Vaseline. We were not with. He was like part of the performance. He'd run out of Vaseline, so he picked up a fucking stick of butter and rubbed it on himself to put the glitter on. About 30 seconds out in the lights, everyone was like, "What's that fucking smell?" We had to send him off stage because he stunk so badly that
that's what we told him anyway.
This butter was like churning under the lights.
Listeners, what you can't see right now is I'm trying to stop myself from physically gagging.
There are small bubbles of vomit forming either side of her mouth.
Yeah.
Or is that a cold sore, babe?
No, it's semen from earlier.
There you go. Right, big question. Who would play you in the film of your life? And it cannot be Jerry.
Oh, well, she wouldn't do it anyway.
Hang on. Who would play May?
Oh my God. Secret name me to the audience.
Government.
I'll bleep that out when I put the sound effects in afterwards.
Yeah. She'll put a cow noise.
I find it so funny because I was looking on everyone's Drag Race wikis the other day, and most of them, like, it's got their birthdays, it's got their real names, it's got their star signs, it's got everything. For me, it's like, just May, between 32 and 33.
Oh, perfect.
It doesn't really leave much.
Yeah.
So who would play?
Who would play me?
Insert name here.
I think out of drag, it would probably be. I'm going to say this because I did audition for the part. It would be the guy that plays Ron Weasley.
What's his name?
Rupert Grint.
Rupert Grint. It would be Rupert because same age, both gingers. I mean, he's covering up the fact that he's only got 4 hairs left on his head, with those 4 heads being pulled forward. But you know, basically we're the same person, except for I'm an absolute. I was going to say fag, but then I don't think you can say it.
Oh,
Say fag.
I'd say the difference is your trajectory is going up, his is potentially going down.
And also,
Look, he's worked with some greats. He did a show with Maggie. He did a film with Judi Dench, didn't he?
Miss Dench.
Dan did it.
No.
I don't know, did he?
First of all, fagatini is all necessary here. Actually, when we're really pointing fingers.
Perfect.
Secondly,
I've just got BBC have caught me.
Secondly, I auditioned.
BBC has just taught me not to say cunt.
I auditioned for Ronald Weasley too. London Open Call.
Did you?
I might have seen you there. I didn't even have ginger hair, but I just knew that I didn't want to be Harry. I wanted to be him, and I didn't want to be Harry.
Well, they didn't do the open call for Harry, did they? It was just for
maybe
Ron.
that's why I didn't do it then. Maybe.
Or is that me? Am I making that up?
No, maybe that's why I went. I was so young, but I walked into the room and they were just bringing in groups of boys. They brought us in and they just went, "You're all too tall," and then I had to leave after like.
I mean, I think I at least got a speech, like a
I
monologue.
didn't get to do anything. My mum was livid.
You know what? News found.
Hmm?
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, is Ron known to be very tall? I don't think so.
No, but I was like 5'11" at this point.
What?
I was quite a tall bitch. I was the tallest in my class.
You just said you were very young. I don't remember much. I was very young.
Like
I was also 5'11".
Yeah. I mean,
Which is it, bitch?
I was probably about.
Just a 5'11" 7-year-old.
No, I was probably about 10 at the time.
I think I was.
How old were you?
10 or 11, yeah.
Yeah. I was probably about 10 or 11.
I'm 33.
So you're not even in secondary school and you're coming up to 5'11".
I was like 5. Yeah. You know this. I was like this height when I was in year 7. I was such a weird looking kid with just this massive head and a gangly body.
They were like, well, just give him a razor and hope for the best.
I know. And also, the audacity of it, I went in and I had this colour hair. My mum was like, they'll dye it if they need to.
The twins don't have ginger hair, do they?
Do they not?
No.
Isn't one of them...
The boys.
Isn't one of them an addict? Didn't one of them come out as having a shady past?
I don't know. I mean, I avoid everything to do with it because, you know, Turfy Potter and all that.
I mean...
Is there...
Hang on, no.
Oh.
Who played Just May?
Oh, Just May. I mean, it would be Helen Sharp.
Who's Helen Sharp?
From Death Becomes Her.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Goldie Hawn. It would be Goldie Hawn, but as Helen Sharp, as me.
As Just May.
Have you hit the mo yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm filled. You just can't see it today because you know there's still eyeliner in my face and.
She's pumped.
You're looking very clean from here, to be honest.
Yeah. Very
I'm
clean.
not. I'm not. So thank you.
I feel like you're a smooth girl anyway.
Oh, well, no, I was quite wrinkly in the forehead, but not anymore.
But she's all clean
When
now.
you've been kissed by an angel, it's onwards.
I mean, I've been stabbed by a miracle worker.
A guy.
And there's surely there's loads of them as well. I feel like I see all of these like celebrity injectors.
Oh yeah.
Desperate to pump the girls.
Oh,
Are they all
absolutely.
just knocking on your door as soon as this like Meet the Queens is released?
I mean, there are some, but you know, my allegiance has been chosen.
Okay.
That's nice, isn't it?
Can we talk about
Shout out Dr. Motox.
Yeah. Can we talk about what you've had done? I want to know. The girls.
I've had my lips. I've had Botox. You know,
Yeah.
You know the obvious places. I've had some Profilo. I think I
Profilo?
say it wrong. Is it Profilo? Is it like Profilio or something?
I don't know.
It's like hyaluronic acid that they inject into your skin to like make you glow.
Puffy.
Plump.
Not puffy, plump, yeah, that's the one.
Puffy.
Gorge.
Don't think that's what you want.
That's not what we want.
No, make me puffy. It will make my eyes look smaller.
Okay, so is there a runway or main challenge that you think you would have really killed and you're kind of gutted that you didn't get to do?
Now, I think I would have smashed this week's.
What was
The
it
cat.
again?
Both of us have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure. Oh, yeah, like the
yeah,
improv chat show.
100%.
Because I'm very good at chatting shit.
Yeah.
And
Eating it.
a great liar.
Yeah.
A known
Yeah.
liar.
Let it be known.
So what story would
and-
you have wanted from this week?
I actually the only one I didn't like was the last one with the like bride catfishing.
Yeah, that was a
Sure.
bit tough, wasn't it?
And that wasn't on the girls. It was like I just didn't massively like that setup.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's so
I mean,
tough. Go on, babe.
What the
write-
challenge?
No, to write anything for Drag Race, I feel like it's so tough because you want to try and make it funny, but also it has to be like accessible for every single motherfucker there.
But then not the same as old shit you've seen from every
Yeah.
other season over the years.
Yeah, but I mean, talking about this episode, I really liked how all of them were laughing the whole way through. Like,
Yeah.
Dakota was corpsing when she was doing the, oh, she's a bitch. And then they were like, oh, I mean, slag. And like, she's sitting there,
She's
pissing
fucking
herself.
jokes. Yeah. I love that when you see...
She's goofy.
Yeah.
She tells him.
That little lisp as well, just that hint of a lisp it's heaven.
Oh my God, my favourite thing after our lip sync, someone was like, the BBC really had the audacity to put two people with lisps with a song that says business about 40 times. And then someone else was like, it's the lisp sync of the season. And then I messaged Dakota and I was like, I don't think you have a lisp. I think you're just posh. And she
I guess
was
they're
like,
going to roll into one at some point.
well, she went, I would rather that you said I had a lisp than that I was posh.
Same.
Is there, since you're this ascension to fame and riches, has there been anyone that's messaged you or followed you that's made you lose your mind?
Oh, I've had some really, like, I love kind of the shit ones.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
not like the A-list ones. I love the ones that are like, oh my God, stop it. Like,
Natalie Cassidy
name
has
drop.
messaged me.
No, I wish. I want Natalie Cassidy.
Yeah.
But I had Tamsin Althwaite.
Oh,
Amazing.
Love.
Yeah.
Diva.
Because we were at Melanie C's book launch together and she was like looking at me and I was looking at her and I was too scared to go talk to her because I love EastEnders.
Yeah.
And she died.
Oh. Still in
Spoiler alert. Happened a year and a half ago, but spoiler alert. And yeah, she was like, oh, I wanted to say hi. And I was like, I wanted to say hi. And then about a week ago, I had Lisa Riley message me, Mandy
Love.
Dingle from
Oh
Emmerdale.
my God. The
Have you been
original
framed?
pun.
Fame? Yeah.
You've been yeah. And she was like, oh, you're like a ginger Mandy Dingle. And I was like, oh, lol.
I wouldn't stop.
Was that shade?
It felt like
I mean, I'm here for it.
I wouldn't stop until I got Tracy Beaker. I would need, in fact, the whole gang. Or everyone was ever on
yeah.
Tracy Beaker.
Oh, I had Alison Hammond follow me on Twitter.
Oh, love.
amazing.
Love.
Yeah.
She is so raucous on Drag Race.
I kind of felt like
Um,
there wasn't enough of her being mad. She was quite subdued, I think.
Yeah. I kind of wanted her to be involved in the mini challenge, in the maxi challenge.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the question on everyone's lips. We did a poll on the Instawebs. Do you think that Alan Carr's Catty Man is a pun on Batty Man?
She's already voted. I know what she thinks.
You've
Yeah.
already voted. Oh, have you?
I think it is. Did I say
Of course
yeah?
it is. Yeah.
I really hope it is, because that makes it sound
Yeah.
I was literally getting laughed at by all my friends, being like, oh, I can't believe you think they would do that. It's like,
It's the
wake
beat.
up. Of course they did.
No, it was
They're
Channel
old-
4.
Oh. Okay, I would love it if it is. That's much more interesting.
Yeah. Because remember,
It wasn't like
he used to have the globe that had all the alcohol in,
Yeah.
and he had
And the
the Spice
cocktails.
Girls on there once.
Oh,
Well,
cool.
he had 3 out of 5, which is the same amount that I've worked with.
Which
Drop the
are?
names, drop the names.
Oh, Melanie C, Victoria, and Emma.
Were you
You
part...
got Vic. Wow.
I've had Vic, yeah.
That's real. Because most of the time the band don't get Vic. So
Yeah.
No, I've had Vic. She paid me the most out of all of them.
In what capacity?
Nice.
We did a YouTube party for her. So it was when she launched Victoria Beckham Beauty on YouTube, and we had to go in and we did a Spice Girls medley, and she was literally standing next to the DJ booth. David's on one side with Brooklyn, and Victoria's on the other side. And when we did Spice Up Your Life, she's standing there with a massive tumbler of whiskey, and I was like, that's my kind of girl.
Yeah.
With a massive tumbler of whiskey going. Just like waving her arm in the air.
Who would you like to see out of the remaining Sink the Pink girls? Wow, really hotting you up here. Who are you desperate to see come on?
Oh, Mahatma Candy.
Love Mahatma, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to see Frida.
Mahatma,
as well.
she needs to get on. Every year I'm like, are you doing it? Are you doing it? Frida, yeah.
Love to see Frida.
Grace Alina Shushington.
Obviously.
I'd
love to see
I don't say her name.
I'd love to see Georgie.
Georgie B.
Sorry about it, Georgie. I know they'd have to fucking shoehorn you in, but I'd love to see her.
Yeah. TT.
TT. Would she do it, do you think?
TT. Yeah, she's my hot pick. TT Bang for winner of season 5 of Drag Race UK.
You
Well,
heard
there
it
you
here
go.
first.
Truly.
Can you tell us about like one of your favourite memories of being out in like the queer London scene?
I think the best night would maybe be the Sink the Pink of 2020, like 2019 to 2020. Because
Interesting.
one, I got to do Bag It Up
Yeah.
with the legs.
Yeah.
2, Sammy Mumbles was there.
Oh,
And
we are
3,
diehard fans.
the Sammy Mumbles, Justice for Sammy Mumbles.
Oh, Samantha Mumba. I was like, who is
Yes.
Sammy fucking Mumbles? Yes, oh my god, amazing. Samantha Mumby.
Yeah.
Sammy Mumbles. And 3, when just before I introduced Sammy Mumbles to the stage, they came up to me and went, just so you know, Faye Dunaway is in the front row.
What?
Faye Dunaway.
And I was like, what?
Faye Dunaway.
Wait, is
Does she?
wait.
Do you mean Faye
from
Tozer?
Steps?
No.
Faye Dunaway, the older, very, very famous
From Mummy
actress.
Dearest.
Mummy Dearest, yeah. Faye Dunaway is friends with Sammy Mumble's manager, and she was there for New Year with them.
I'm losing my tiny little gay mind.
And she was sitting slap bang in the middle, and then I had to go out on stage and be like, "Hi everyone, up next is Samantha Mumble. Don't look at me, Faye Dunaway."
That is an insane story. When I was saying that we wanted the hot, steamy goss, that absolutely is hot, steamy goss. Congratulations.
I love how we were both like, did you mean Faye from Steps, honey?
I know.
I mean, I think I would have lost my shit more at Faye from Steps. But, you know.
The radiant Miss Tozer. Oh, of course.
Don't you forget that Smith.
I mean, I still want a dreadlock.
I do.
Just the one, a solo,
Yeah.
just a little front
one.
one.
A money piece.
Yeah.
I thought you were
yeah.
going to say that your favourite night out is hosting the karaoke hole in Dalston.
I mean, it's a lovely night. Every night is a lovely night there. I mean, and if you want a lovely night there, and if this is out by Wednesday, get a ticket and come down to my show there on Wednesday night, Wednesday the 19th.
You've got a show on Wednesday. You have to hear first. Wednesday the 19th in Dalston.
We'll
Get
make sure
yourself
it's
down
out.
to the karaoke. Yeah. We've got
Yeah.
to.
My favourite thing is that it's affectionately called the K-hole.
Yeah.
Even better.
The K-hole.
The Okie hole.
Get yourself into the K-hole.
Yeah.
You may never leave.
Truly.
I mean, sometimes I feel like I will never leave.
Hot juice just in. Georgie B says, Miss Fancy Shoes says, ask Just May, what is Georgie B's secret? Because she knows them all. And it can't be the one where she shit on the glass table.
Oh,
Cannot be that one.
I am going to go for... Georgie B once won Porn Idol by rubbing tits with the cock destroyers.
Yeah.
It is true. And there is video. I think she once said there's video footage on Pornhub.
What?
I'm sure she told me that it's on porn. I might be making that up, but like, you know how people film things and then like put anything on Pornhub. Like literally someone being like,
Love.
look at this remote control, Pornhub. Oh.
Can you imagine the size comparison of Georgie B rubbing her tits against the cock destroyers?
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
wild.
Unbelievable.
I thought you were going to talk about the time where she was like pole dancing with her red hair down, and then everyone shared videos that Jess Glynn was competing with Porn Idol.
I completely forgot about that. Do you want to? This is the optimal question. Do you want to give a shout out to anyone in the drag world?
We know you've already dropped a few names: Mahatma, Frida, TT,
Grace.
They've had their time. They've had their time. They can get fucked.
Truly.
No, I think another person who needs to be seen on Drag Race UK, Ginger Johnson.
Ginger Johnson, so successful in their own right, though. Writing shows,
100%.
writing musicals, writing all of this madness. They're really out there doing shit, aren't they?
Yeah, and now hosting Nancy's at Feel It.
Oh yeah, of course. And they had a podcast with Jombers, no?
They did. I can't remember what it was called.
Something to do with La Fasciones.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the magazine on one party.
Yeah. Love, yeah. I'd like to see Ginger out and about. And always does Ginger do their own wigs? I feel like I've
She
seen...
used to, but now she goes to someone called Venus.
Oh, I love Venus.
Oh, I've seen her about
Yeah.
work
Venus
with that.
MV.
It's very nice.
Venus MB.
Yeah, is she a Kent girl, I feel? She is...
Yeah, she's outside of London.
We, quite often, actually, she's one of the girls that when we're like, this looks too hard, I'll be like, try Venus MV.
Yeah, and great price.
Really?
Great prices, yeah.
I don't think they're saying that about us, but let's move on.
I have a lovely arrangement with Truffle Pig Wigs, and very affordable, very, very reasonable. They last, they're great quality.
Thank you. Can we do this as a sound clip for the advert?
Yeah, sometimes there is semen in them.
Yeah.
If
You have
you're
to
lucky.
pay more.
Yeah, and it comes free of charge.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Did I spot you wearing a little something on stage at the Tudor Awards the other night?
You did one of yours.
Yes. I didn't want to talk about it
Yeah.
too much because we're going to wait for the original or the photos to be released before we talk about it too much.
Yeah, that is coming up. That is that's next week.
Oh, lovely. Thanks for the intel.
Oh, lovely.
Well, I feel like that's about all the questions we've got. Have you got any questions for us?
Yeah.
Can I have a free wig? And
Sorry, the connection's cutting out. Yeah.
get fucked.
Any hair.
Lovely.
Any hair is yours. It's
All the
yours.
hair.
It's yours when you
All
want
the
it,
hairs.
babe. Yours when you want it. babes.
But my lovely hair that I wore for the Attitude Awards.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Super cute on you. It's been a pleasure, my angel. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, girls.
Taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to a couple of hussies.
Two favourite hussies.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And we wish you nothing but the best. And,
Yeah, we'll continue to watch your career grow and grow.
and go and listen to the Roundup show, Just May. It is called...
Oh, mine. Oh, may I just say?
May I just say, it's available on YouTube. It's available through all her socials. Find her at all her socials. Just May does. Find everything. And then on TikTok as well. We've been seeing you going wild.
Yeah. They messaged me today and said, would I like to have a TikTok shop? And I was like, no.
I got nothing to say, babe.
No.
She's got her stitch work, her needlework. She's got her merch earrings.
Which you can buy for with charity funding. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
With money going to charities.
And most importantly, you've got a fucking single out.
Yes.
Just like Jerry, available on all platforms. Stream
Just
it now
like
because
Jerry.
I get EP for every time you listen.
Oh, maybe.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Maybe we'll play
We'll
out
just have
the
it playing
interview.
in the background.
Yeah.
Please do. I'll send it to you. I own all the... no one can do me for copyright.
Oh, lush. Yeah,
Can't take that away from you.
We'll put it in the background.
Just like Jerry.
Oh, we're getting a live performance. Lovely.
Yeah.
Right.
Stunning. Okay,
Okay.
bye, girlies.
Have a lovely day.
Oh,
See you
hopefully
later,
see you
baby.
soon.
Bye. Enjoy the rest of the podcast.
See you next time.
Let me tell you something, you ugly bitch.
You uggers freak. Let me tell you something. Did you know that musk, that is commonly used as a base for most perfumes, is secreted from a small leathery sac in the front of the musk deer's penis?
Lovely.
Nowadays,
I'm not a fan of the musk smell,
no.
I must say.
Nowadays, they mostly use synthetic stuff, but many classic perfumeries still source organic musk from the peni itself.
And they also use, there's a whole Bob's Burgers episode about it. Some ambergris, which is when a whale swallows something, if it's like sharp, its body creates this kind of like orangey amber type surface to go around it so it doesn't cut up the insides of the whale, and then it like poos them out or whatever, and then people use that as the base for like perfumes, or very rich people eat it.
Wow. I'm supposed to be telling you something, you ugly bitch. But
You
look
still
at you
haven't
telling
given
me
us
something.
Disney Green.
An ugly bitch. Yeah, I did.
You
A
haven't-
verb of it.
Where?
On the pod. On the podders. Let's talk main stage. I think Rue looks quite gorgeous in this white hair. It's nice to see her wearing something age appropriate.
I'm going to have to stop talking about her outfits. I can't believe she's coming down in this fucking pom-pom leg situation.
I mean, at this point, we just smile and wave, boys. Like,
Is Zaldi...
I don't think Zaldi does her dresses for UK. I don't think.
Weird.
Because they seem much more basic for UK. They're often just little racer dresses, you know?
Yeah, they seem to be just like the cheapest sequin fabric you could get and some plastic.
Thought Michelle looked hot and sexy, all greased up, though.
Always giving the feline eye, because she knows she loves to get into whatever the theme is.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very into it, actually.
And Alison and... Alison. I meant to say Alan and Alison.
Yeah, love seeing Miss Hammond on the stage. Runway category this week is main event. Love your hair, hope you win. Do you know what that's from?
No.
Oh, it's from Hairspray.
Oh, I should know.
The
that,
musical
then,
is not John Waters' Hairspray. Oh, maybe it is from John Waters' Hairspray. Maybe it's from both, but it's definitely from Hairspray. Love your hair, hope you win. Let's talk runway.
What would you have worn?
For something hairy, I think I would have preferred to go with something like Dakota did that reminded me of hair rather than hair, because I don't love these hairy outfits. But then I thought, actually, I don't know how appropriativo this is, but have you ever seen like something along the lines of this? It would have to be from a fashion angle. I obviously wouldn't recreate it. But have you ever seen when people do the voodoo ceremonies and they have them like entire bodies made out of like long, they're like basically like a huge triangle of hair?
I don't think so, but it's kind of reminded me of your Bird Duke outfit.
Yeah, which was inspired by sort of more Zulu references. What about you? What would you do for her?
Well, initially I think horse-based would come into my head. So maybe
The
my
original
dream
horsey
centaur
girl.
look with the back legs on roller skates, giving Fantasia pastoral pastels. But I've already said that for something else for another season.
Pastels, I imagine.
So then maybe I would take a leaf out of Bitter Betty's Dragula look and go with some kind of werewolf or hairy beast.
Yeah.
Or like Cousin It from the Addams Family, but like sexy.
Yeah.
So you could have like the whole hair in a whole like head with tassels, and then like a sexy kini on underneath, and just as you move, little bits of body coming through the hair tassels.
Let me tell you what I wouldn't do, especially as a white male. Do like body hair is taboo, and it's actually very sexy on women. So
you know, Copper Top did that.
Oh, did they?
Oh,
It's almost like
very pointed.
I just hate when men point out things that are very obvious things that women live with every single day, and it's like, let me use this platform to talk about things that all women know.
Yeah.
I hate that.
And also, yes, we need to normalise body hair on women as it's natural, but then it's like, are you diminishing the stories of women who really, really hate their body hair and do everything about it, and then you're telling them like, no, love yourself? It's like, no, like this moustache is ruining my life.
Also as well, like any feminism is a being pro-choice, being like that. And I mean, let's not even get into this.
Yeah,
but
let's not.
I really
about
hate.
it.
It just happens often in drag, especially on Drag Race.
And also, it was.
Did you know that body hair is a problem for some women? It's like,
And if you haven't seen Copper Top's thing, she also said, I think it says like top in her hair made out of hair. It was like, we've just seen you writing orange words on yourself.
she's a branding queen, you know. She's just trying to let them hoes know, and shouldn't she? Because no one can remember her name.
True.
So thank God she did. But I mean, if we didn't get enough top and bottom jokes from the other series of Drag Race, won't she do it?
Yeah.
Won't she do it? First up, we have Danny Beard serving 80s icon.
Alert. Truffle Pig Wig on the runway. I repeat. Truffle Pig Wig on the runway.
Watcher, what is that on Janny's head if it's not a Truffle Pig Wigs double stack shag, which we don't make anymore, so please don't.
Yeah,
ask
please
us.
don't message us about them. We don't do another one. It's very cute to be involved in a hair runway as well. So, like, multiple times to be... Oh! Spoiler.
God's sake.
Yeah, that's very cute. What did you think of the look?
I love the funny little dog thing,
Same.
which we found out was by Florencia.
Yeah.
And the big furry sleeves, everything looking lovely and bouncy. Shout out to Davina De Campo, red wig in a silver dress, I don't think.
Yeah.
I gave it 7 out of 10.
I gave it 10 out of 10 because fantastic. Love the hair. Hope
The hair
you
was
win.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Next up, we have Miss Cheddar Gorgeous serving Back Alley Cat. The doors...
Cheshire Cat.
Back Alley Cat is what someone said.
She said Cheshire Cat,
The doors that Bagger has opened.
honestly. Bag of chips.
Yeah, do
Bag
you not
of
remember when
cats.
she did Cheshire Cat?
No.
She did a really rank costumey Cheshire Cat.
Why can't I picture it?
A bit bagpuss as well. Maybe it was bagpuss actually.
Baggy
It was like
puss.
pink and white, and it was. That cheddar face though, gorge always.
So fucking cute. It was like the next little pet that I want to keep in my house next to my Grogu and my Pikachu piggy bank.
No. This look wasn't for me. It was a bit. I don't know. It just wasn't my personal taste. I gave it a 6.
I gave it an 8. I thought she looked gorge, and the only person to think outside the box like myself and Bitter Betty, and to be like a hairy beast rather than just her.
Next up, we have Miss Pixelina Pinkingtons.
Body of a goddess, face of Aphrodite. She's a new bitch, Miss Mess Almighty. Literally
Do you want to try that again? That was just a workshop.
Body of a goddess, face of Aphrodite. She's a new bitch, Miss Ass Almighty.
I love that fucking verse. That's Akira, isn't it? Get 70, the birth of Venus. And I thought her face looked heavenly.
Yeah.
So soft, so gorgeous, so cute. Had to tell her. I just like loved it. So femmes.
Yeah, very pretty in the face.
Yeah.
Really nice placement of all the shells and pearls and stuff. Very flattering.
I believe it was a Bang London.
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
I gave it a 9.
Very subdued for Bang.
Maybe it's not. I just
They
felt
used
like
all their
it was
crystals on Baby's outfit the other day.
Truly. Next up, we have Miss Dakota serving tassels.
The very famous now curtain tassel. I thought the outfit was super cute. I loved all the attention to detail with all the curtain stuff. But I feel like they would say this looks like a curtain challenge, not a hair challenge.
I really liked her. I thought it was really outside of the box. Loved that sort of Anna Swee, soft 80s glam on her as well. I thought it was heaven. I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
Next up, we have Da Baby.
No, just Baby.
Oh, yeah. Actually. Little Baby.
Grace Jones.
Thoughts?
I thought it was cute, especially after I saw the reference of Grace Jones, it made a bit more sense because I was like, it seems so like plain. You couldn't put something underneath it, but then Grace's is literally just like that.
Yeah.
I like the way that even like the boots were covered with the locks. She looked cool, but I kind of wish the knickers underneath were maybe either more of a statement or completely invisible. And I know obviously it's harder for darker skin tones to get a good colour match for your nudes, but maybe if it was like the golden colour of some of the golden bits of hair would have looked a bit more together.
I really liked the reference. I just thought the body was a bit low on her. I wanted it to be
the
picked
nips
up.
were hanging out.
Yeah, I
weren't
wanted
they?
it to just be picked up a bit. I was wondering whether it's a bit big on her or I don't know. But I did like it and I like the reference and I gave it a 7.
Did Vodka make this dress as well? Because I know that she did both wigs for Pepper and Baby, and she made all of Pepper's outfit, the whole thing.
Wow. Let me tell you, Styled by Vodka has been working that fucking pussy for this season, hasn't she? Oh my God, we moan when we have to do one. Like, she has been working her goddamn arse off. Shout out Vodka. What'd you give it?
I gave it 7.5.
Okay, fantastic.
What did you
Next
give it?
up, I gave it 7. Next up, we have Madame Lafille.
Obsessed with the story behind this one.
I thought you'd like
so
it.
good. I love it when you just like try and pick up a little bit of hair and then like globules and shit comes off.
Yeah.
It's kind of like picking a spot. Looks so
Yeah.
satisfying. I wish the hair was a bit more the main event, if you pardon the literal name of the runway there. But I loved the shape of the corset. I thought that was really nice, and I thought she looked cool. I have a question. What do you think of her revealing her natural hair at the end?
I wish she'd had her hair the whole time.
Well, I was going to say, I think in this is really the only time where
I feel like
that is kind of like, yeah, look at my fucking hair.
Yeah, I
It's
feel like her
impressive.
hair is so beautiful, and the first time I ever met her in real life, I was like, literally, I think I actually told her straight up to her, I was like, I cannot believe it is so thick and glossy and so beautiful. It's like, it is literally the main event out of, she's someone that I think of when I'm like, someone that naturally has incredible hair. And I just think that she used a Webster Violet Hayes, a wig that we use a lot. And it was, I hate when because it was just crimped, wasn't it? And it's just for a main event wig, it was just giving me absolutely zilch.
Non-event.
Yeah. So I wish it had just been about how I would have gone fucking butt naked down that runway and been, the main event is how proud I am of how gorgeous my hair is.
Yeah.
And also the cultural relevance of that she has been not allowed to have like feminine attributes. And now she looks like this insane, beautiful person. So yeah, sorry, that absolute, I gave it 6.
I gave it 7.5.
Okay.
I thought the corset was really nice.
Next up, we have Miss Black Pepper. Divine, no notes, 10.
I thought incredible. I'm obsessed with the fact the nipples are pierced. Love the
Yeah.
braided crown. Love the comb bra. Love the fact she's got the hairspray with her. Although wouldn't really need hairspray on braids, but at least the hairspray cam was covered in hair.
Yeah.
Made me feel bad for baby, but I give it a 9.
It was a 9. It wasn't a 10. What could have made it a 10 for you?
I don't know. I didn't gasp.
Oh, I just absolutely loved it. I thought it was incredible. Next up, we have Miss Sminty Drop 7, Mugler Mozzie. Moth. Yeah. It's someone. I often, to describe it, use phrases that someone said, and someone said that. A Mugler Mozzie.
Sure.
I don't know. I thought this was incredible. I gave it a 9. I really liked it, and I thought it was, the construction of the hair was amazing. I thought she looked amazing. Don't need to see another.
That was. I think maybe Wig Chapel.
Yeah, it was. I don't need to see another pleaser again in my life from Sminty, but I can only say that a certain amount of times. What did you think?
I loved it, obviously. It reminds me of a runway. I can't remember. It's either Down Under or Canada when they were all bugs and there was like really
many
sick
good ones.
Love the hair. Yeah, love it. I gave it a 9 as well.
Love. Next up, we have Ms. Jonbers Blonde 7, Roots, the sequel.
Alert. Truffle Pig Wig on the runway. I repeat. Truffle Pig Wig on the runway.
You heard it here.
It's a Truffle
Second.
Pig Wig on the runway.
Serving fur, anus diamonds, fur.
I fucking love this. This is my favourite look. And not just because we did the wig. I just love that it was really simple. And for the main event, she managed to do something where the hair was the main event. Like Rain Spencer's hair is iconic. People know it. And it's that huge Baroness style wide wig that you don't understand how a person has teased up their natural hair like that so much. And I loved the look. I loved the coat, loved the whole story behind it, loved the coat. Faux fur, thank you.
Oh, very good, thank you. I'd never even heard of Rain Spencer, so
Acid
you didn't.
Rain?
She was, I was going to say that was Princess Diana's nickname for her.
I believe it was the paper's nickname for her.
Well, when I Googled her, I know my mum said she had a funny nickname. When I Googled it, it said Diana
Really?
sort of
Wow.
lovingly coined her Acid Rain or something.
Wow. And who was it? It was her aunt.
I don't know, I think so, something like that.
Yeah, it was like, or like her, like, it was some relation to her, or some relation to Charles or someone.
Well,
yeah.
no, because it's Spencer, so it's Diana Spencer, isn't it?
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, so her aunt or whatever. But a real lady about town, I believe.
So they say. I gave it an 8 out of 10.
I gave it a 10 because ain't it a 10 with a truffle pig on you? Let's talk La Zinger and La Minger.
Does it brighten up your world? Is it a zinger? Does it make you want to hurt? Is it minger? Zingers and mingers.
It Lukes. What was your zinger?
My zinger would have to be Sminty or Black Pepper. My 2 9s.
My zinger. All of ours, you dizzy bitch.
Well, I remember last time when we had them on, I just gave all of our girls 10s regardless, and I'm trying to be a bit more, what's the word? Non-biased, I guess.
Okay. Well, I unfortunately am not going to give you that privilege because if you knew the stress of what it is like to make a wig and then have to sit and wait for 9 months to see, have they taken it to Drag Race in a bin bag and it has been rumbling around their suitcase for the whole time, and then they put it on upside down and walk down the runway on it? I want to give us a 10.
So is that a joint?
That's
winner?
a joint. That was all of the wigs that we have done that have been on Drag Race ever. What about your minger? Mine was the multicoloured madness that was going on north of the brows on Layfield.
Yeah, same.
Absolute, yeah.
Layfield.
Who was? Oh, it was Sminty last week. That was like Lurfield or something. It was like, okay. But then let's head into the next.
So Dakota, Black Pepper, and Jumpers are safe.
Yeah.
And then in judges' critiques, I thought it was nice because we hear such high praise for Cheddar, literally all the time before
She's
any
an
competition
icon.
has even started. But it made it so nice to hear them really go off over Danny and how happy Danny was, like the original tart with a heart.
Yeah.
Obviously, absolutely loving Pixie as well.
Those girls are real fucking powerhouse shit. That's how I feel. They're very solid girls, them. And that's not a pun.
Thoughts on the new Sugar Babes or the Bugger Babes, I reckon you could call them.
The Booger Babes. Yeah, I'll take it. I mean...
Someone's got to fill these shoes.
Truly. I just can't get over how soft and blurred Pixie's face was. I've written it down 3 times.
Oh,
just
lovely.
absolutely gorgeous. How did you feel about them keep on returning to Rue blinking at Baby? I thought they're really trying to excavate some sort of weird storyline out of this, and I'm not getting it at all. Don't understand it.
Well, normally I watch it once and then write my notes, but this time I did my notes as I was watching it, so I didn't know what she was going to say in Untucked. And to me, it seemed so clear that she was just saying an answer when RuPaul was like, "Why are you here?" But like, it seemed like she just was saying what she wanted RuPaul to hear from watching the shows. Like, okay, like that's.
But like, why is everyone else allowed to say that? Because everyone always says the same boring bullshit.
But no, because we've heard her say this isn't RuPaul's Finishing School for Girls before.
But like, everyone always says that. They're like, why? Like,
I wouldn't say I'm here to go. I'd be like, because I believe I'm the best. I want to showcase myself and I want to join your stable of excellent fillies. You can't be like, I just got so much growing to do. It's like, come back next season then, bitch. And yeah, it was annoying because I felt like that's not how she feels. So she just tried to
That's not how you talk when I hang out with you.
Yeah, I felt like she was pandering to RuPaul, and then RuPaul was like, that's not the correct answer today, girly.
I don't know, because I feel like they say that all the time. Be like, God, it's so amazing to watch you grow. And just
but that shouldn't be the reason you come. If you have growth while you're here, then great, fantastic. But that you shouldn't be coming to grow.
I have to grow before I come often.
Oh, gross.
God, yeah, it was real fucking graphic, wasn't it? It was. I thought it was incredibly tough to watch RuPaul be so hard on her. Like, I just wasn't feeling any of it. Like, because she just seemed like she doesn't do this often, but sometimes she does, and it's like quite difficult to watch that because she's very bipartisan in everything. Like when she never really gives bad critiques on anyone, she'll sometimes step off the soapbox and be like, I thought that was fantastic. This is the most beautiful dress I've ever seen on the runway. You look absolutely insane.
Yeah, she normally leaves Michelle to be the arsehole unless it's like an H&M moment.
But it seemed like to me in this point, like she just doesn't like her. That's the vibe that I got. And that's why I thought it was incredibly tough to watch. She just sort of seemed a bit like, no, like, do you know, actually, like, no, like, you're not, this isn't good. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh.
Maybe we thought that about Taste as well. Maybe it's like when there's these young, hot black queens that she's like, wow, you're coming for my pedestal and I'm going to kick you down.
Truly. At this point, I just thought Sminty's wig is absolute insanity. I need to see the mechanics of it. What the fuck is going on?
I reckon it's
wires.
wires with a plait, and then each bits of the plait have got little tufts taken out of them.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Are you Gothy Kendall or Mothy Kendall? Who do you prefer?
Are you saying Gothy or Sminty?
No, Gothy or Mothy.
Well, definitely
as
not.
A concept.
Definitely Mothy, 100%. Although many people are very terrified of moths, aren't they? Because they're like sort of like winged spiders.
But they love butterflies, so like make up your fucking mind.
Well, I get it, because moths are like powdery and gross colours and scare. Like that's why people are scared of them. I mean, they're obviously both sick.
There is some place in a jungle somewhere.
Fantastic. Love
where,
when you
like,
bring the details.
For like a month, like 25 billion butterflies come there, and it's literally like it's like a plague. And I was watching this program, and they were being like, it's weird because if you see one butterfly, like, oh my god, it's so pretty, but then if you see them in en masse, it's like
terrifying.
Fuck their wings.
Yeah.
These are just bugs, and they're trying to get in my orifices.
I can't remember as well. Is that what they do?
Orify.
Oh, my orify. Also, as well, I had a book when I was younger that was like it was about like the largest of every animal that's ever been found.
Atlas moth.
And in one of them it was like a picture of someone with a moth, and I can literally picture it in my head now. And the moth, is that what they're called, the big moths?
There is one. Well, the one I posted in the
butterfly.
group chat the other day, the Atlas moth, who when its wings are open, the tip of the wing looks like a king cobra to ward off.
Absolutely
and it literally looks, I'm going to have to put a picture in, 100% like a fucking snake.
It's so scary, isn't it? But this butterfly, he's like standing next to it, and the butterfly was like half the size of his body. It's like, what? Absolutely the sickest.
Doesn't Alison look young and gorgeous?
Who?
Alison.
She is, I told you, she's an ethereal beauty.
But she looks better now than she ever has.
I can't believe she's an X Factor girlie.
She's not. She's Big Brother.
Big Brother, sorry. A Big Brother girlie. I really thought she'd come up. I didn't realise that she'd done come up through the celebrity
In fact,
sphere.
I'm going to have to, we'll get her Big Brother promo picture as well.
Please.
So what have I got to remember?
Atlas Moth. Alison Hammond.
Yeah,
Alison Moth.
they go hand in hand.
And then we head into Untucked, and it is so weird to hear Miss Danny Beard, who is a UK legend, like known about Danny Beard on the circuit for so long, very famous, has a very successful podcast, and is also fucking beautiful. Their paint is so iconic. To be like, look at me, I'm not a Rue girl. Like, how have we got to a point when Rue girls aren't just about being like a fucking shit hot entertainer, which is what Danny Beard is?
Because it's now morphed into who's got the most expensive costumes and who's serving the most.
But she always looks fucking
woman.
great. She always looks fucking great. Like
But like none of the winners have. I mean, Gottmik's been the closest to sort of like a clownish paint being at the top. I mean, Trixie, I guess, but like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what she's saying.
Sharon is like.
Not really.
I do understand it, but
it
just really like irked me, because then I thought, like, why isn't this show about finding the best fucking entertainer? Which Danny Beard is like, oh, I'm funny, I can sing, I can hold a room.
Well, let's find out. Maybe it will be.
Oh, come on.
I just thought it was really funny hearing Cheddar trying to give these really sincere compliments, but then because of the prosthetics, we just had such a funny like speech.
I was dying. The little weird speech impediment lisp thing that she had. I wanted to give Pix a big old bear hug.
I have to say though, like,
wow,
so Pixie was getting hot that the room isn't bigging her up as much as they did to Danny, but obviously they might have cut some of the critiques out, but it seems hands down Danny got the best critique. It's obvious from the critiques Danny was going to win.
I didn't think it was that. I thought it was more that whoever, I can't remember who it was that said it, but they stood on Pixie to get up to Danny. I can't remember what they said, but
what do you mean?
Who was the person that was like, oh, they basically said like,
they would have been like Sminty or Baby, someone who was on stage and
they basically said like, Pixie, you did do well, but, and it
Danny
was like,
was amazing.
Yeah, and that it doesn't need to be that. It'd be like, Pixie, you did so well, and then it doesn't have to be in comparison to the other one. And
it can
I
be
think,
but not. It can be and rather than but.
Yeah, like Pixie, like you did so well, you got great critique, and then be like, Danny, they fucking loved you. It was like the way that they had to compare the two and be like, you did do good, but Danny did much better. It's like, that's unnecessary.
But true.
In my personal opinion. And I just think that like, she hasn't excelled in yet, really, Pixie. And I think that she was like, I'm really happy and proud of myself. But it kind of got a bit dampened by the fact that they had compared it to how great Danny was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean...
So, as we've said many times, Danny Beard's the winner of this week's challenge.
Winning in our wig, I know that's right.
I think it's down to the wig.
I think it's definitely is.
Pixie and Lay's Fills are safe, meaning that it's Baby and Sminty lip syncing. No!
I guess it's time to see the best dancer in London. Thoughts on the lip sync?
Well, first of all, finally a fucking banger. Shout out Mel and Kim. I actually had the tape of theirs when I was little, and they are, I'm going to put a picture up, they are the original fucking hair divas. Wait till you see the mullet spiky madness that's going on.
I have actually seen this photo. I know what's coming up there.
I
wasn't aware of their work. I don't know the outstanding back catalogue of Miss Mel and Sue.
Mel and Kim.
Mel and Kim and Kath.
Respectable. Mel. Unfortunately, Mel died in the late 90s.
Oh, so no more bangers from Mel.
No.
Sad. My first question is, was I mean, I know the answer to this, but was Baby's label hanging out?
Yeah.
Like,
Cut it off.
Cut the fucking label out. Like, especially to have a white label when you're not wearing anything. It's like just that one huge like white square above your bum.
But when it was just all of that lovely,
gorgeous moisturised
body,
skin.
I was just like, hot fucking damn. I didn't even notice Sminty giving us floor stuff. I was just like looking at
She's a
Baby's
floor work
body.
queen. What did you think of the lip sync? What did you think of the performance hours?
Baby was definitely doing a lot more. Sminty was doing a lot of walking and doing that kind of like side mouth thing that Detox does, which I don't really love.
I didn't feel like anything was really slayed the house down.
It's quite an empty song. Like, it's not really a performy song, maybe.
I wish they'd given them something upbeat, you know, a bit of Dula Peep or something to really
No,
get...
fucking do. They're always shit. Like, this was like... At least this is like
I was only saying that to wind you up.
A fun 80s bop, but I don't think anyone really
Do you know what they really
knows it.
could have done with? What's that fucking Demi Lovato song that goes off? One on the left, one on the right. The one that we always take the piss out of. I don't need no induction. Da-da-da-da. That
Follow my simple instructions.
When she decided that she was a dancehall queen for 3 months. Something with a bit of beat, with a bit of a spice, a bit of flavour. That's what I would like to see from them. Because, and I say this with all love, it's all love over here. Do you think you saw the best dancer in London?
No.
A lot of limbs.
It's a bit of an Astina moment. Do you remember she did that?
But I feel very confident to go up and bat for Miss Mandela and say that like, she is fucking great, Astina. Like, I know she did. I felt like...
It's all to do with the song. And
Yeah. But like, Astina is fucking sick. Like, I've seen her dance many times. She's a very sick trained dancer. And I was just like, yes, we're going to get it. It's going to be like on a plate, served the fuck up. And I didn't...
Yeah, I don't... I was going to say, I don't think it's very memorable, but I can confirm it's not very memorable because I can't even think of any other talking points to say about it.
But Baby does win. And that does unfortunately mean I can see tears forming in them cute little eyes of yours. Sminty had to go home.
She did. But what do you think about Baby taking off her dress?
I don't like it. I think it's akin to taking off your wig. I don't understand. Like, if it's if you're doing like a reveal, maybe, but also I'm a bit fucking tired of reveals. Like, if you can't just stand and kill, it's like 3 minutes. Just fucking kill the lip sync. Like, send it out front. Be dynamic. Dance, perform. Be interesting. To take off the dress is like, and then also like no pads here, and no body or anything, so that then. She didn't have a wig on either, right?
Yeah, she had the wig from the runway.
Oh. It was given boy, you know?
I feel like in another situation I would be against it, but kind of like Le Phil with the like, it's a hair runway, here's my hair. I feel like the song is about like, we ain't ever going to be respectable. So I felt like it was kind of to do that. Like, I'm going to take off my dress and dance around in my fucking thong because I don't give a fuck what you think.
And my label hanging out.
Yeah. So that's what so I didn't mind it too much. Okay. But yeah, me and Manchester are in mourning.
Oh my God. The Manchester mannequin. It was so sad. But obviously fresh out of that door and fresh out with a song with her and none other than your favourite Gothic Kendall. It's called Accelerate. And I've heard it and it is every inch the Mancunian bitch track that you'd want.
Nice.
It is so gay and we'll bump it. We'll bump it in the studio. Why not? Give them the 3p. How did you feel about her exit?
Fantastic. I've seen so many memes being like, this is up there with the Van G exit.
It was just so British and weird, wasn't it? It was just like classic, just like weird, stupid humour.
Well, I just thought she's got to be referring, well, to me it seemed a cross between the Why So Obsessed With Me TikTok and Tina Belcher trying to twerk.
Yeah.
I just thought, yeah, so funny that she can be stupid through the tears because they were real tears. It wasn't she was faking it, but she was just like, do you know what?
And tell the greatest TikTok of all time it is some girl that's doing the "Why are you so obsessed with me" TikTok dance through like the most bitter, sad, upset tears ever.
We couldn't put it on the Insta.
And she also looks a bit like Billie Eilish as well. It's all very confusing. I thought for a long time there was Billie Eilish during it. It's like, Bills, why so sad? Luke's, let's talk La Rose, La Thorn. God. What's your rose?
My rose was a combo of Spinty's Little Exit
Yeah.
and also just Truffle Pigs on the Runway.
Yeah, it's nice to see, innit? My rose was, I just love seeing someone fucking kill a comedy challenge. Someone being super comfy in their own skin and just like be naturally funny. It's so nice because it doesn't happen that much. And also, it's a rosical next week. That's my rose. You know?
Can't. Your rose of this episode can't be what's coming up.
Well,
next
it's not.
episode.
I'm just saying that's an added bonus.
Fine.
Thorn.
I just would have liked more jokes from Alison, to be honest. She wasn't really being her full vivacious self.
She is normally very vivacious, isn't she? I just think it seems so unfair that Sminty has gone because I want to see the looks. I know we'll see them online, but it's not the same as them coming down the runway. And I know I'll probably say that about every girl that I don't want to leave. Said the same about Starlet.
Who would you have sent home this week instead of Sminty? Who's got to go so that HRH can keep the house of Kendall afloat?
Maybe Lurfil.
Lurfil?
Maybe.
Flurpack?
Yeah, maybe. It just wasn't my favourite look at all.
No.
But who knows? I mean, I ain't the jury or the judge. So anyway, on that note, I guess have a lovely week, girlies. As a stern reminder, if you go over to our Apple podcast and give us a 5-star review, you will get your name read out on one of London's leading Drag Race podcasts. And that, I can't even tell you what an exhilarating rush that will be for you.
Who is the musical theatre judge next week? The UK's answer to Brigitte Nielsen.
Hannah Waddingham. She's very...
Waddingham, what a horrible surname.
Yeah. Hannah, like a wad of cum. That's exactly what I thought of as well. Wad of cum is so gross as well because it sounds like it's getting stuck in your throat. Like a wad of it.
Oh, I think it was like a lump of it in my hand.
Cold.
I don't know.
Wow. We'll be experimenting and workshopping with different modulations of cum over the week. And then we'll get back to you next week about it. But what did we have next week? Just the musical? Was there anything else exciting?
It's Larry Poppins, the musical, and that's all we know. Yeah, apart from this. Have
you seen Mary Poppins 2, the newest one with old Emily Cunt in it?
Is it 2? Is it not just a remake?
I didn't, but I believed it was sort of Tales from the Fireplace, Mary Poppins. I thought it was like a new. I didn't think it was like the exact same thing, is it?
I thought so, because Disney remake all their films.
Who's Dick Van Dyke?
I don't know.
I believe it might be Ben Whishaw, actually. Wow. Real crazy. Well, anyway, I guess we'll see you next week and we can discuss that all then.
See ya.
Bye.